Hey everybody, I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. I've got a little bit of time on my hands, so I'm going to do some videos I've been meaning to catch up on. I was asked, I've been asked a few times what to look for in a pump and dump chart. Like how do you spot them? I've got a few videos on KAST. That was something that I had mentioned about a week or maybe two ago that I caught. I'll kind of zoom in on this. Actually, I'll do it like this. Sorry, one second. There, we'll kind of go like this. I'll bounce back and forth. So cast is something that I noticed on these 3 days, these 3 green days. Um, it's kind of easy to spot these charts because a lot of them at the like the birthing stage of the pump, they're fairly easy to catch if you know what you're looking for. I mean, if you look in to the left of the chart here, you know this chart it's chaotic, it's insane. I mean, it looks like a weird ass like intraday pre-market chart is what it looks like, in a liquid pre-market chart. I mean, it's all over the place. It doesn't make any sense, and then all of a sudden, uniformity. Volume comes in. Uh, this is what I thought was happening. Was it was all the promoters, and I believe that's what they were doing. They were loading up, but I failed to neglect that they were probably loading back in the 20s and the 10s, right, in that area, right. And this could have been them, like it could have been just that erratic how they were buying, right? Because I expect this to definitely get over the high marks of 168.8. So it'll break 170 at some point here. Once they actually release the promotion. The promotion hasn't started yet, but that's how you look for that. Like, you see chaos, and then it's so uniform. It doesn't look right. I know this is only 3 days, but see, on this, I was expecting a red day on this day because if you look at Zeno here, let me get rid of that circle there. If you look at Zeno, it did the same thing. Um, you had three green days, big top wick on the last day, and then a dump. This wick got bought up though, and it was way less of a red day than casts, right? So I was expecting it to kind of bottom out in this area right here, and it kept going. That was the dump, right? So I think what they were doing, they're trying to shake people out before the promotion starts, and I expect it again on this. I don't see this continuing. It's hard to say, though, to be honest. I mean, you never know what these promoters are up to. Um, but I think it may dip a little bit, and then it's going to continue. I was just, my timing was off on it. The promotion hasn't started, and you can look up promotions on. Hold on, I'll throw in the. Let's see if I got it here, and I'll pull it into the screen, so then you guys can check for yourselves as well. Okay. Okay, I'll pull it in. So you go to stockpromoters.com, and you can run any ticker you want. You have to join, though, or else it won't let you do anything. So just give them a bullshit email, or else you'll get spammed. So this is kind of my bullshit email for stuff that I don't want to get spammed with. So then you type in the ticker. We'll go cast, because that's the one I'm keeping an eye on, right? And still no promotions. So the promotion hasn't started yet, and that's all right. I'll definitely be watching. I have some alerts set for it uh, to alert me when the promotion starts, as well as I have a specific inbox in one of my email accounts that will alert me to cast. Right, I keep an eye on that. So that's definitely one thing to watch, because I mean, like I said, I expect this to at least break highs, right? Because there definitely some buying, some weird buying going on in here that just doesn't make sense. So when you see things that don't make sense, they don't, right? So this is definitely something to keep an eye on. And what I wanted to do after this dump, see, I was buying in the 40s and in the 20s, and then I ended up cutting position because looking at this chart, I figured it could go all the way down to the fives. And I was like, fuck, I don't really want to hold through that. I mean, this could go sub penny because you never know, right? Like, um, in hindsight, should have just held. That was my original trade plan, but how do you do that? I was prepared to be a bag holder in this because it was a very small speculative position, and like right now, I'd be in the green on it, right? So it is what it is, but I'm definitely going to be watching this. You got to watch for big blocks coming in too on the level two. Level two is very important on pink sheets and OTCs. And that's what was happening on this red day. Myself and Leslie Ann, we were both watching this pretty much all day. And I was trying to catch the dips because the dips were getting bought back up. So I was trying to catch some dips on it. And because I figured it would just doji, or it would just have a big bottom wick by the end of the day, but it didn't. That's all right. But you can see how similar that looks, right? All these pump and dumps, they basically follow the same pattern, right? The same path all the time. You got the 3 red day or 3 green days, you get the top wick, and then a big red day. So I was expecting the red day to come, but I wasn't expecting the big dump. But then again, like I said, I mean, you never know what these promoters are up to. They're probably shaking people out pre-promotion, and I do expect them to do that again. But this, from these levels, I'm thinking it can get, we're looking in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percent. Like up to, like, I want to take it, I bet you they'll take it to about $3. So let me move this down and we'll work out some sort of percentage roughly at what type of percentage gain is. It's about 600% and potentially more. You never know, right? These things can go buck wild. So that's what I'm expecting on CAS. But this is another chart, Zeno, when you, and I spotted this and I was looking to short it. I'll go back to this here. We'll pull it up on the, where are you? I have too many of these. Okay, Zeno. Okay. I started seeing it in here, and I was like, oh yeah, we got a pump going. And so I didn't want to long it because I don't like longing pumps when they're starting to really get going. And I missed it. I missed the first red day on this. It was off my radar for a little bit. Definitely got sidetracked, which is a shame because I mean that's amazing. That's a huge gain. 60%, 60, 70%. But yeah, that's how you spot these. They're so uniform. Like that type of buying, like it doesn't happen. It's a pump, right? Like when it looks wrong and so completely uniform like that, it's just that it's not natural price action, and that's what you're looking for in a pump and dump, right? So another example is Z-Pass. These are all fairly recent examples. So you see how it's really uniform, right? And those first, like the first time it dumps, you can buy these dips fairly safely. I mean, that's a Sykes pattern. This follows his pattern perfectly to a T. But it's a sound pattern, right? I mean, it holds up forever. This pattern has worked for, a long fucking time, right? But this is more about just spotting them. It's that uniformity in the price action on the daily chart. It's ridiculous. It's unnatural, right? But to be able to catch these, the only way you would want to go long on something like this is you got to catch them early. Like I would never be longing something up in here because this is coming. And people that aren't familiar with playing OTCs and pinks, If you don't know the right market makers to route to, it can be extremely difficult to get out. Like you won't be able to get out. You'll finally be able to get out right at the bottom, right? So, and you definitely don't want to be using market orders on OTCs and pinks. You'll get fucked for sure. So that's kind of all I really have. Oh yeah, there is another one, Clow. This one's a little different, but it's a pump and dump nonetheless. Okay, these ones are just promotions. The price action is not like ZPass or Xeno. Like Xeno and ZPass and Cast, those are extremely predictable charts. These not so much. Like this is more just the promotion. If you can get in on that promotion, like on this day, you can ride it up. And I mean, because once they start the promotion, it's most likely it's not going to just be a one and done type of thing for the day. They're going to try and milk that cow as much as they can, right? And then when the dump comes, it comes fast. Like this, like dies, like it dies fast, right? And you won't be able to get out. So definitely position size accordingly because you will lose 50%. You know, and it's extremely hard to get out of these if you don't know how to. So that's all I really have on that. If you guys have any other questions, definitely hit me up. But this is the chart you're looking for. Like Zeno's chart is a beautiful chart. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful pump, right? But this is what I was trying to catch on Cast, and I definitely will be looking at it in the future. Cast's chart is setting up beautifully. So, okay, guys, that's all I really have. So hit me up in the comment box and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and join us in TrickTrades chat room and screen share. Chat room is open 24 hours. I'll leave the link below. Screen share, we open at roughly 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we go until a little bit after market close, sometimes longer. We kind of hang out all day. And then we're usually back in the chat room later on at night to answer questions and hang out with everyone and kind of shoot the shit. So come join us. All right, guys. Thanks.